Welcome to the International Training Center, ITC, in San Diego, California. I'm Henry Mooney, Director of the ITC, accompanied by a very distinguished author and international business consultant, Dr. Dan Israel, who's here to briefly discuss with us a very important issue and challenge that all organizations are facing today.
Thank you, Henry. I'm delighted to be here. Organizations and communities in both developed as well as developing and poor nations are facing today enormous and real challenges, derived not just from increasing disparities of income and living conditions, but also from the consequences of violence and the clash of cultural and religious values. We are in need of practicing being aware of the cultural manifestations, read our behaviors, that are exclusionary, conformist, self-protective, and religiously exclusive. We must become aware how our everyday actions and thoughts may be bound up in identifying with the contents of our thoughts and emotions, and with the narratives we build around ourselves based on how much we like or dislike what is happening with us. By becoming aware of these habits of mind and resultant behaviors, and then by consciously releasing those images and perspectives, we are then emptying the images and resulting motivations that are residing, as it were, in our consciousness. If we are going to affect real cultural change, we must address both our individual consciousness and our culturally collective consciousness.
Okay, can you elaborate on this?
Yes, we must address how we see the world and how we make meaning. In order to begin to shift our consciousness and affect real cultural change, some questions we must begin to ask ourselves are, what steps can I take to begin to incorporate others within my culture and life? What can we do to begin to elevate our personal and collective consciousness? What limiting habits of mind must I release? One area that we can begin to focus on and change is developing the concept of mindful leadership at all levels in organizations and in our communities around the world. That is, leadership with mindfulness as a commitment to eliminate prejudice and fear within and between all who are involved. The practice of mindfulness brings to our awareness immediacy in feeling, deeper perception, alternative perspectives, and awareness of personally and culturally held prejudices. The practice of mindfulness is a different way of knowing and understanding. And when the practice of mindfulness is coupled with meditation, our consciousness opens to a more inclusive and integrated or integral way of living. Mindful awareness and meditation provide the vehicle for us to incorporate a shift in our personal and collective consciousness and our collective culture. And through seeing with a different eye and through a different frame, a global mindset begins to surface within self and our culture.
The implementation of mindfulness techniques, like meditation, require valuable effort and time that globally competitive corporations often are not willing to support, especially in Western cultures. What do you think should be done about this?
That's a very good point. The key is developing mindful leaders who see the value and urgency of this approach. Workplace discrimination, violence, indifference, and unhappiness is an increasing reality today. My proposal today is to change this trend by having leaders take the first step towards assigning resources and recognition that is needed for mindfulness technique and practices. Digital technology and communications have brought us closer to each other in recent years from an information perspective. Now we need to understand each other more. We need to share global knowledge that affects us all, such as climate change. And we need to see each other as equals on this planet that requires our respect and care. If we all move collectively in this direction, I can assure you that the extreme ideologies and traditions that are exclusive and intolerant of others will begin to retreat, and our society will become more productive and peaceful for our future generations.
Thank you, Dr. Israel, for your invaluable insights and proposals on this important topic. Your call for action is timely and necessary. The mission of the ITC is to share global knowledge for a better and more productive world, and this interview contributes directly to this spirit. For more information on the ITC, its programs, and activities, please visit the ITC portal at www.itcsandiego.com or contact ITC directly. Thank you all for your participation, and see you soon.